Hi everyone, it's Wanda with the Armchair Cat Advocate. I got a comment yesterday, I believe it was, that has made me think. And I can't get it off my mind. And so I decided I would do a video. I was thinking about doing a live, but I really wanted to not have to deal with people in the chat and a lot of different opinions and comments and all kinds of suggestions and questions that had nothing to do with what I need to say, because I need to say this and I need to say it without interruption. So let me talk a minute about the comment. So the comment was essentially, it was from a subscriber. I don't know, well, I think it's a subscriber. But anyway, someone that's been on the channel before and never caused any problems. The comment wasn't rude or anything like that. I'm not going to call them out. I'm not going to say anything negative about them or their comment, because they said what they felt, and that's fine. But I'm going to say what I feel now, and I just want to respond to that person and to other people on the channel that have been kind of saying the same things. So basically the comment was, it was under, for those of you who, I know we have a lot of new subscribers, and for those of you who don't know, for the last 10 months I have been viciously harassed and bullied by another content creator who has recruited their subscribers and other content creators to join them in the viciousness. This all stemmed from an incident last year that has since passed without any consequences at all for this person. No real repercussions. Nothing happened to them. They're fine. I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but the fact of the matter is that they're fine. Nothing happened. They are fine. It has been established that I was not in the wrong for what I did. I'm not going to talk about it because there's plenty of videos on here that lays out everything. But essentially, the harassment and bullying has escalated, and it is now gone into stalking by another content creator who's also a subscriber to the original content creator. The stalking started out just on the channel, looking at things, making response videos, the normal mean girl shit that goes on social media. Then it started to get a little weird and a little more weird, a little more intense, and a little more nasty, where this person started to pick certain comments out of context and twist them and make them sound like something that they weren't. And again, people do that all the time too, but when you are doing that, you're hurting people's reputations. And you're accusing them of crimes, which is what this person's doing. They're at the point where they're accusing people of criminal things. Animal abuse is criminal. Bestiality is criminal. So I had a post up of a comment that this person, I had commented on a public forum about the need for protections for people who report in good faith. I'm not talking about the person that reports somebody because their dog is barking and they're pissed and they're like, okay, well, I'll get you. It's still not okay to harass somebody because they did something like that, but there's other avenues that you can pursue if you think someone is falsely reporting you. If someone's trying to report something in good faith, they shouldn't be harassed for almost a year. So I put out the public comment, and lo and behold, the unhinged individual found it, made a comment, and ultimately got their comment removed, and then my comment got removed as well. I don't know why they removed my comment. My comment was fine. It didn't violate any terms of service or anything. I don't know why they removed it, and that makes me angry. This individual has caused a lot of problems. So I posted this up, and I made the comment that, here we go again. No matter what this person follows me. Anything that I post, anything I say, they scrutinize every single thing. It's very, very, it's unhinged. It's creepy. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. It's concerning. I had a comment on there. And the comment, as I said, was from somebody who I recognized from the channel. And the comment was for what basically said, I'm here for the cats, not for the drama BS. It's very off-putting. Fair enough. Fair. I mean, that's a fair comment. That's what the person feels. And, I agree with them. I will say I agree. I'm here for the cats too. I'm not here for drama BS. But the fact of the matter is that we have to distinguish between drama and criminality. This is not just drama anymore. It might have been drama in the very beginning, but it has morphed into something much bigger. And I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about what it feels like to have this happen to you. And I hope there are other people out there that will watch this and will get the courage to speak out against it, because it's very, very, very common on YouTube, a very big issue on YouTube, and YouTube needs to step up and start doing something about it. Because, the more I think about it, the more I believe that YouTube is fostering an environment that creates or brings out the psychopath, sociopath, stalker, criminal in people. There's nothing really to stop them. We have community guidelines, you can report, blah, 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 blah. How many times do you see a channel get taken down? I don't. How many times do you see somebody who says something that is perfectly fine, they get their comment hidden, or they get their comment removed? They didn't say anything wrong. But YouTube's screwy algorithm removes it. Whereas you have someone who has a channel full of hate, who is stalking, who has taken it into real life and contacted people in my real life and harassed them, and this person gets to continue merrily on their way. YouTube has a problem. And I don't know how to fix it. I'm not sitting here. I don't know how to fix it. But I want people to understand that this is not drama. This is something that's impacting my life. This is something that interferes with my ability to get things done every day. This is something that has impacted the lives of people around me who had nothing to do with this, who are trying to do good things in the community, who are trying to help cats. And they're being interfered with because they have some unhinged wackadoo sending them messages, sending them screenshots, complaining about things that never happened. This is the problem that we have. So many things are stigmatized in our society, and so many of those stigmatized things are dumb. Black cats are stigmatized. Why? They're just the color of their fur is blacks. They're just as loving as any other cat. People with mental illness are stigmatized. People involved in DV situations are stigmatized. There are landlords that won't rent to people who have been involved in DV situations. That's illegal, but it does happen. No one talks about bullying and stalking on YouTube. Why? Because it's stigmatized. Because it's like, oh, it's just drama. Come on. It's not that bad. Really? Here's what you do. You just hide them. Or you know what? Engage, because that feeds the drama. That helps. That helps your algorithm. Use it as content. That's what you're told. That's what I've been told. But the fact of the matter is that when you are dealing with someone who truly is unstable, all those things that they're recommending just make it 100 times worse. Because see, at the crux of the matter, what this person wants is this person wants the attention. They want it. They want it desperately. There's something broken up there. Something very, very broken. And I don't know what that is, and I don't know how to fix it. But that's what's happening in that person's brain. Their brain is broken. They can't see reality anymore. They look at these two, and this person sent me an email, so I know this person has some kind of fixation on both of these content creators. This person's broken. Remember, this person's incredibly broken. This person has some kind of distortion of reality. They have some kind of delusions of what's real and what isn't. And all that feeds into that parasocial thing that YouTube encourages people to foster. I mean, they encourage it. They encourage, foster the parasocial relationship. People think that you're your friend. They'll be more likely to subscribe and stay and watch your content. But see, I don't know any of you. I know some of you do email me. We email back and forth. But I still don't know you. Some of you I have seen because you have profiles on your channels. But some of you, I don't know what you look like. I could walk by you on the street. You would recognize me, but I wouldn't recognize you. That's actually kind of creepy to think about. That I could walk by somebody that I'm having an email conversation with, but I've never seen them. Never talked to them on the phone. Never had any kind of FaceTime, Zoom meetings. That's not a friendship. That's maybe an acquaintance. I mean, because I know people, in my volunteer work and such, that I've emailed and they've emailed me back, and I don't really know what they look like. They don't know what I look like. Kind of, friendly, kind of professional thing. And that's how I look at YouTube. But some people, like this broken person, they fixate. And I don't know how I don't know how, but they fixate. But then the other piece of that is the content creator fosters that because they recognize that parasocial. And they fixate on it. It's really hard. when you're dealing with someone who sees somebody as, this is my best friend. I have to protect them at all costs. Do you see that person and other people who are telling me that this is all drama? Do you understand what I'm saying here? This isn't just drama. This is someone who feels that they've been anointed to go out there and fight the dragon, which is me, the demon, which is me, who is hurting their best friend. This person, this unhinged individual, last Sunday, this person contacted an organization where I volunteer. Well, really, I don't volunteer. They've helped me with cats. I'm not technically a volunteer. The manager, my manager on here, was a volunteer there, and did the medical work. This unhinged individual first put up this wall of text about how horrible we are, and I mean, it was clearly a threat. I'm going to go to your organization and I'm going to wreak havoc. That was the threat. You know, it was very clear as you read through it, they were going to do something. It wasn't drama. This was a calculated, intentional play to hurt my manager, to hurt me, and to I don't know what with the organization. I don't know what the intent was for the organization. It didn't work in the end. It didn't. The result that they wanted to achieve, they didn't achieve. But it's kind of like, it's kind of like a cult. It's like a cult member. Like, you know, I'll set myself on fire for my cult leader. I'll do anything for them. I'll drink the lemonade, anything, the Kool-Aid. I'll drink anything. I'll do anything. Just please, please, please love me. Please give me attention. That's what we're dealing with here, people. This isn't drama. Drama is, drama is, watch Oh Lordy, It's Jordy. That's drama. Watch The Ankle. Watch Karina Kaboom. Alex is Shook. Any of their reaction channels, that's drama. Drama is, look at that YouTuber. Look what she just said something that was so stupid. Oh my God. And the YouTuber knows that these people watch them, so half the time they're trolling anyway. It's kind of like, I don't want to offend anybody, but it's kind of like wrestling. You know, not all of that is real. But this is real. This is real. So this person contacted the organization and that was last Sunday. Then there was a post, I believe, Monday, where this person comes out and so proud of themselves and talked about how, oh, I finished this. I finished it. No more, I'm harassing them apparently and stalking them. That's called gaslighting. And people who have been gaslighted understand exactly what I mean. You know how horrible it is for you to be sitting there and saying, that's a lie, and nobody believes you. Nobody believes you. They think you're, again, drama. Stop being so dramatic, Wanda. Stop doing the drama. It's not drama. It's criminal. What this person did was criminal. And what this person did after the fact is criminal. So after they put up this another wall of text going on about, patting themselves in the back and, I hope this is the end of it. It's gone on too long. It's like, yeah, it has gone on too long because you guys won't stop. That's why it's gone on so long, because you're unhinged, because you need psychological help. That's why it's gone on so long. And then, of course, all the comments, including comment from the original content creator that started all this insanity, with a bunch of, little emojis in the, I bow down to you, my queen. That was pretty much what it was. I bow down to you, my queen. So proud of you. And all of this came from a reply that I gave to a comment that someone had on my channel. It wasn't even to a video or something that I said in a video or something that I said in a post. Oh no, it was an obscure little exchange between myself and a subscriber. And the subscriber simply said something like, said something like, I had posted something about bullying, and they had simply said, it sounds like teenage mean girl stuff or something to that effect. And my response was, yeah, it is. I said, and I just wonder what all the people that they're connected with that are quote unquote professionals, including that person's, and we're talking about including like a best friend of the original content creator who does pet photography and also has been in the newspaper numerous times. It's like, I wonder what they would think, what all these people would think if they knew what that person does after hours behind the keyboard. And how they encourage someone who is obviously unstable, obviously probably psychotic, and maybe even dangerous. They encourage them to continue the behavior. So after that happened, and I've spent, this past week, I've basically been on the phone every day, pretty much all day, not getting anything else done that I needed, other than feed the cats, do their litter, the stuff that has to be done. Other things have been pushed back. I had to contact my landlord. I had to talk to them about Chaplin because they're coming in next week for an inspection, and he's going to be here, and I wanted them to know, I didn't want them, well, what the hell am I going to do with the cat? Because my car isn't working right now, so it's not like I can drop him off with a friend overnight or anything. So he's got to be here when they come in. So I had to do that. And then Thursday night, the organization reached out to me. And big long text message. And Friday I'm reaching back out to them, and we're going back and forth, and I'm not going to say anything more about it than the exchange was amicable. There was understanding. There was grace given. There was compassion given. There was understanding given, and that's pretty much all I'm going to say. I don't want to. I'm not going to get them. I don't want this organization involved anymore. Chaplin, they are going to help with Chaplin. And we talked about what was going on. And it turned out that this individual continued to harass this organization for 5 days: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 5 days. Messages, screenshots, on and on and on and on and on. And this person posted how they're like best friends now with the head of the organization, and they have their name all over their channel, talking about them, connecting themselves to the organization. It's disturbing, and it's scary. It is. Because I don't know what this person's capable of. I don't know what this person's going to do next. So when those of you are coming at me and saying you don't want the drama, I don't want the drama either, but this isn't drama. This is serious. This is someone that I know where they are. And they're not that far away that they could potentially come here and cause problems. I mean, it would be a drive for them, but they could do it. And obviously they are watching everything I do. Obviously they've done research. Obviously they're stalking. No, I'm not leaving YouTube. I put too much time and energy into this. I'm not going to leave. But I want people to understand that this is not drama. And this should not be okay with YouTube. This should be zero tolerance for this kind of behavior. And anyone who encourages it should be zero tolerance for them too. They should automatically be deplatformed. And I have people, but they can just come in on another name and start another channel. Okay, let them do that. Let them do that. Let them start from scratch again. Because if they say the original content creator uses their name, they have no channel without their niche. So they have no channel. If their name, if you don't know, if they come in and they have to register with a whole other name and everything, their people aren't going to find them. This person has over 4,000 subscribers. Do you really think that person has contact for every single one of those people? Maybe some, but they're going to have to start all over. They're going to lose all their monetization. Or maybe that's the key. Maybe that's the key, YouTube. They do that. Let them have their channel, but they never can be monetized again. They can't fake that. You can't. Because they have to put it in an account. You have to give information. So if they have your information, if they have your social security and all that, you're screwed. You're never going to be able to have an account again. And that includes no asking for gift cards, no PayPals, nothing. You can come back on the platform, but you can't do a damn thing except sit there and talk. That would discourage people, I guarantee you. I guarantee that would discourage people. They need to have a better system. because YouTube, there's too much of this. I have talked to too many people in the last few months that I have been doing this. I talked to a gentleman on the part of the community, the creators community. They call it the creators community. It's invite only. It's like a new thing that YouTube has, and I don't know how they pick who they invite, but they only invite certain people. They send out emails, and then you have to apply, and then they pick from the pool. They have a Discord. The Discord's like, I think there's maybe 7,000 people or something on the Discord. So you think about how many, there's like, what is it, like a billion or something on you? I mean, there's a lot of people on YouTube. I'm looking for my other phone. Let me sign me here. Let me see. I think there's like a billion on YouTube. I'm just going to Google it quick, because I'm kind of interested in this. Okay, it says YouTube has over 2.7 billion monthly active users. So you think of that number. I can't even imagine that in my head. 2.7 billion. And there's 7,000 of us on this Discord. And you have to be part of the creators community to be asked in. I mean, that's 7,000. That's a small channel. That's someone with a small channel. So it is a very, it's a very small community. And I can tell you, I put the question out there to people, what do you do about this? What do you do when you're being bullied, stalked, harassed? What do you do? Has any of you experienced this? And I've had people respond and say, yeah, and people they've lost their channels over this. Especially if it's a small channel, and at least in this situation, the one who is the ringleader of it, she's not that big. She thinks she is, but she's not. And the one who is stalking is very small, about 430 or something subscribers. And I'm kind of in the middle there. So we're not talking like, at least I'm not going up against a massive channel like, oh my God, if that person had 100,000 subs, no one would be safe. And see, that's the problem. This is what I'm saying. It's not drama. These people are mentally ill. And I know mental illness, folks, because I've been in the mental health community many, many years. I've done advocacy. I have a mental illness myself. I've been treated for it. I've helped people get treatments. I've spoken about it. And believe me when I say that these people are mentally ill. I would even say that there's either some psychopathy or sociopathy going on. I'm not sure which. It's kind of really the same. It's just one is born and one is made. Seems to be some psychosis, might be borderline personality disorder, and probably underneath all of it is trauma. And that's the hard part of dealing with mental health, is You have people that do horrible, horrific things, but then you also have to remember that they might be doing some of those things because of things that happen to them. But that doesn't take away the fact that what they're doing is wrong and they need to take responsibility for it. So, my suggestion for people who are in this situation, like I am, is this. And this is kind of what I've learned. You have to really, really hold your tongue. You have to suck it up, buttercup. They're going to keep saying it. They're not going to stop. They lie. They slander. They libel. They harass. They bully. And I don't want to say you want to let them go and you want them to just get away with it, but you have to kind of decide for your own mental health, how much of this am I willing to accept? And how much of this am I willing to just say, fuck it, I have no more fucks to give. For me, Sunday was the straw that broke the camel's back because they involved someone else. They targeted. And you know, I want to talk a minute. I went to an official from one of these content creators' hometown. And I talked to this official. And I explained the situation. And we emailed, and the official emailed me and said something like, I'm sorry that you feel targeted in this. I'm sorry that you feel like you've been targeted. And I responded to this person and I said, with all due respect, because you've been kind to me, you've been nice, you've listened, you validated what I've said, you've told me that I've done everything right. But with all due respect, I don't feel targeted. I know I'm being targeted. It's intentional. And the motivation is to hurt me and to hurt the channel and to take down the channel. And because there's really nothing that they can do to me. There really isn't. You know, they talked about reporting me because I'm getting money from the channel. I'm not getting money from the channel. I'm not monetized. No money. Can't report me to Social Security. So that's out. Food stamps, that's out. Can't report me to those programs. Can't report me to my housing provider because they know the situation. You know, that's why I have Chaplain, because a stalker came in and screwed everything up. And so now I have a cat that I don't want, that I want him to have a loving home somewhere. I don't want him wandering around here. He's a nice cat. I like Chaplain. He's a sweet boy. He really is. He's very sweet. He loves to be held. I pick him up. He rubs against me. He purrs. He's a sweet, sweet boy. But I just don't want any more cats. I have enough. You know, I want them to be scaled back. And I just probably lost Lucy. I don't know that she's coming back. You know, I'm just kind of like, at this point, I'm kind of burned out on cats. I'm burned out on the fostering. You know, it takes a toll. Rescue work is hard. You know, I don't know if Lucy's coming back or not. I just keep thinking, the last time I saw her, I put her in a carrier and I told her, you're going to be okay. Kayla's going to take care of you. You're going to go and you're going to get fixed up and you'll be home. It's over a month and a half and she's not home, and I don't think she's coming back. But because of the policies that the SPCA has, they don't tell you. They don't. The policy is, if you have a stray, you put a stray cat into that program, they don't communicate with you unless it's to come get them, to take them, to return them to where they are. So it's hard. It's hard, you know? You see cats all the time that you can't help. Come here, baby. Come on, you want to come up? Come on, Maleficent. Do you want to come up? Come on, babe. You wish you could help them and you can't. I mean, the fact of the matter is that if Chaplin, the fact of the matter is that if Chaplin, if the organization hadn't come back and said, we'll help you place him, and if we couldn't find placement, meaning Kayla and I, he'd had to go back out on the streets. All that time that we took, we trapped him, we got him neutered, we got him vaccinations, spent all that time getting, I mean, he still has a little bit of a petting aggression, but it's much better than it was. All that time that I spent with him, all that time that Kayla spent on him, could have been destroyed because of a psychotic, unhinged, vindictive, evil demon. Someone who doesn't care about animals. If that person truly cared, they wouldn't have done what they did. And then laughed about it, gleefully laughed about it on their channel. So I'm sorry, but this is not drama. This is real life shit that is seriously impacting people's ability to care for cats. And that's why you're here, right? You're here for the cats, not for the drama. Well, I'm going to tell you something. If it doesn't stop, I won't be here anymore. And neither will the cats. When you have someone who is going around saying that I keep cats in crates for 24/7 without any food or water, that I can barely take care of myself, I can't take care of them. People that don't know me would believe that. That's slander. That's libel. And in the end, it hurts the cats, because if I go down, where are they going to go? Animal welfare workers, volunteers, it's a horrendously stressful thing. Rather you're a volunteer or you get paid, it is horrendously stressful. Animal welfare workers, volunteers, etc., have a high rate of self-exiting, have a high rate of mental illness. They're already stressed out. I felt so bad for the person that runs that organization. The text that I got, I mean, it was like, I don't know, 3-4 texts. I mean, it just ran, you know, it was like, oh, out of space, out of space, out of space. I mean, you could see this person was so upset by this. Because they didn't ask for that. They didn't sign on for that. They just wanted to help cats. The same thing with my manager. Just wanted to help cats. It's disgusting. It's really, truly disgusting. What I would recommend to people that are in this position is document everything, number one. Don't engage. I know it's hard. I mean, I haven't been good at that either, because it's so maddening. It does. It's maddening when they're telling you, when they're saying things to you that you know are lies, and you know that they're slandering you, and you know that they're defaming you. It's defamation. Abra, be nice. Come here, baby. It's okay. You can come over here with Mama. Here, Mama hold you. Here, get on Mama's lap. Abra's laying beside me, and Abra's laying beside me. Maleficent wants to be with Mama, and Abra wants to be with Mama. Everybody wants to be with Mama. It's okay, honey. Can you lay here on my lap? Abra, be nice. So that would be my suggestion, would be to document everything. Try not to engage. I'm just going to go. Try not to engage. And you might have to have difficult conversations with people. You know, you might have to go to your job, your friends, and tell them, someone's stalking me. Hi. Hope you're having a good day. How are you today, Wanda? Well, I need to talk to you. Oh, okay. What do you want to talk about? Somebody's stalking me. Just to give you a heads up, they might contact you. Yeah. I've had those conversations. Pretty much with everybody. All my volunteer organizations. I emailed Haas, talked to my landlord, send in the screenshots. Don't bother calling the FBI cyber bullying hotline bullshit, because they're nasty. That was the first thing that was recommended to me, because the FBI has, because they're, you know, it's online. I mean, I know where this person is, but it's online. So the jurisdictions kind of blur. I might call them and I'm trying to explain what's going on, and the woman just basically said, I've heard enough, click. Because, again, they don't take it seriously either. It's drama. It's drama. It's just drama. What's wrong with you? Why is it such a problem? It's just, look, somebody said you were fat. So what? That's what they think. That's what they think this is. And it's not. And this is what people in DV situations, this is what they go through. Because a lot of them, and I'm just saying people in general, because women, men, you know, transgender, every kind of person, no matter how they identify, can be involved in a DV situation. And this is what they do. They act like They present so normal. They know how to gaslight. They know how to manipulate. And meanwhile, the person, and eventually the person that's being abused is just like, what's the point? Nobody's going to believe me. They're going to believe my partner. They don't believe me. They believe them. So what I want you to remember is you're not crazy. They do gaslight. They do lie. They do manipulate. And I know that I have no real good advice for you. But just please know that you're not alone. And that there are other people out there, and please do reach out. And I probably should link the domestic violence hotline on this too. Because I did call them and they did give me some resources if you're in this situation. Try to find an attorney. Go to law enforcement. If somebody hangs up on you or shuts the door, go to the next. I found a law enforcement individual in another state, and that person was incredibly helpful, and they told me exactly what I need to know and exactly what I need to do. And so now I know what information I have to get in order to do what this person told me to do. And don't be afraid to reach out either, because I have been looking for, there's all kinds of there are legal resources out there if you don't have any money or you have very little money. So again, just keep reaching out. I mean, you can even call law firms, and even though you can't afford them, they might be able to refer you to, or they might do some pro bono work, because they're always looking to do pro bono work. So I guess the only thing left to say is don't lose hope and keep trying and keep faith and be strong and be resilient and know that you're not alone. A lot of other people are with you on this. Thanks you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye for meow.